David Heurtel in for Elias. Well, and in transit this morning in Montreal, the harsh winter should come as a shock to no one. So, when one plug-in hybrid owner was told Toyota was recalling their cars because of lack of cold weather charging, you can understand his frustration. The owner said that it was impossible to charge his car below 5 degrees. So is Toyota the only company facing such troubles? Let's check in with automotive journalist Petrina Gentile. Petrina, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year as well.
Thank you. So every time I get the chance to speak with you, Petrina, I always ask you what were the last stops on your ongoing world tour. So any exciting trips in December?
Actually, I had a personal trip, which is exciting, Mont Tremblant, in your neck of the woods.
You went to Mont Tremblant?
Yes.
Was there any snow?
There was, surprisingly. We made it just before everything disappeared during the holidays. Yeah, my first time skiing, so it was kind of interesting.
Did you? Interesting. Oh, okay. Did you enjoy it?
I did, actually. Yeah, okay. I loved it. It was a lot of fun and really good workout.
Yeah, it is. So I'm glad you enjoyed Tremblant. I hope you come back.
Yeah, but I prefer the 4 wheels over 2 skis.
I'm the same. But I'm glad you enjoyed Quebec. You should come back more often.
I will.
Oh, good. So this problem with Toyota, it's going to be a topic of your next Globe and Mail article that's coming out next week.
Yeah, and we just actually had a little bit of an update too, because the owner, who has been really frustrated because he's known about this recall. It was actually recalled back in the U.S. in July, and in September he was notified of it. So he's been calling, and nobody's been able to help him. And he just on the weekend heard back from his dealership, and he has an appointment on January 15th to have this addressed. But it's, a recall that affects, 43,000 RAV4 Prime, they're plug-in vehicles, and some Lexus NX 450h plug-in hybrids. About 6,000 of them are in Canada. And the problem is, with the faulty component that converts the electricity into the small battery. So not the high voltage battery, which is really what powers the vehicle, but the small voltage battery, which is also in ICE vehicles, that, will be responsible for, opening and unlocking the doors, that kind of stuff. So there was a problem. This component could short circuit and it could cause a fire, and Toyota was advising, do not charge this in below 5 degrees Celsius temperatures. So that's a huge issue. And this owner was really upset because he bought a plug-in hybrid, and he was hoping to use it as a plug-in hybrid. And he's like, what's this? I can only use it now in the summer as a plug-in and have to rely on a gas vehicle in the wintertime. And, do I get my money back for paying that extra premium? So it's really frustrating, but I'm glad that there might be a solution very soon, hopefully by January 15th, when he gets his component fixed, he'll be able to charge again. But it is something that's very concerning for consumers. And I spoke to the Toronto Fire Department about, the number of electric vehicle fires. And, in the last year, there have been about 355 vehicle fires, but only 2 of them are related to EVs. Okay. What they are seeing, though, is an uptick in the number of fires in micro-mobility devices. So e-scooters are a big thing, and we actually just saw one about maybe 10 days ago in Toronto on the TTC, where someone had their e-bike on the subway, and there was a fire that sparked from that. So this is really where the fire departments are seeing the fires in those lithium-ion batteries, in e-bikes, e-scooters, and they say it's mostly because owners are altering their devices. They're adding more horsepower, they're using uncertified batteries and different chargers, and they're overcharging the batteries. So this is what their main concern is now. They're not too concerned about EV fires from lithium-ion batteries, but those micro-mobility devices are becoming a growing issue because with those lithium-ion batteries, the fire departments are having a challenge putting out the fires because it may look like the fire is out, but there could be a risk that a fire could erupt again hours or even days after. And also because those lithium-ion batteries are usually contained in a box, the design presents different challenges for first responders to put water on those cells to cool them down. So there are a lot of issues that they're trying to address, and they're actually on working with international fire departments to figure out how can we put these fires out quickly, because we know as we get into more electric vehicles, this could be potentially a problem area moving forward. So they're really vigilant about trying to tackle those problems.
Very concerning. The Toyota problem, I mean, I've been following EVs for a long time. In my previous life, when I was environment minister, the first EV standard in Canada, we voted that in. And I remember the conversations being about exactly that, cold weather. And a lot of people holding off on buying electric or even hybrids because of the concern of batteries losing their power or even problems like the one we're seeing with Toyota. Is this something that has gotten better through the years? Is this just an aberration here with Toyota, or is this still a problem for cold weather?
This is still a problem with cold weather. Manufacturers are trying to solve this and come up with better batteries, come out with heating pumps that will actually power other parts of the vehicle, so it's not taking power from the electric motors. There is an issue, when we're in cold temperatures and the temperatures do, pull away some of that power. They also reduce the amount of range that you have when you are driving in winter. And if you leave your vehicle parked, if you're going away for a week and you leave your electric vehicle parked for a week, you're going to come back and there's going to be significantly less charge there. So there still are some concerns, but there's a lot of work going into improving those cells, improving the state of charge so that they can charge longer and stay charged and keep that range in those colder temperatures. So definitely a lot of work going down there, and we are going to see more electric vehicles that are going to address that issue moving forward as well.
Are we still seeing batteries like losing 40% of their power in winter? Is that still a thing?
That is still a thing with some manufacturers. It's improved a lot, with GM vehicles, for example. They've improved that. So it might be, like a 20% drop as opposed to that, 20 or 40% drop that you might have seen a year ago. So definitely getting better, but there still needs to be work done.
So the CEX, the Consumer Electronics Show 2024, kicks off tomorrow. You're not going this year.
No, I'm not. You know what? A lot of manufacturers have skipped out of that, the traditional manufacturers that will actually invite us to go to cover those events. So they were out simply because of, strikes in the U.S. that created a lot of problems and then supply. So it's a lot less traditional manufacturers that are going. But still, a lot of previews coming out. There are a lot of electric bikes as well, motorcycles that we're seeing. Hyundai's going to show off a flying car, a mobility item. We always see these flying cars at CES. They're kind of interesting to see. Polestar has a new EV. VinFast, the Vietnamese automotive maker, is actually introducing a pickup electric vehicle truck. And we've talked about pickup trucks. That's a hot segment. So interesting to see this, new player trying to get into that truck market as well, although it's going to be very difficult for them to do so. And then APMA, we talked about there before, the Project Aero 2.0, that's going to showcase a new Canadian suppliers and technology in their vehicles. Could be anywhere from 10 to 20 vehicles that they're going to have offsprings to really showcase that Canadian tech and automotive features in there. So yeah, there'll be a lot of new players, and then like I say, Mercedes-Benz, BMW are expected to unveil some EV as well with new technology. So we'll keep an eye on that. So
is the Consumer Electronics Show a must now for automakers?
Yes, it is. It is really growing to be the auto tech show of the season. It really is. You're seeing other shows. I mean, Montreal Auto Show is next week, but again, I think it's only like 3 debuts that you have in Montreal. You know, I think it's Hyundai and Kia that are unveiling vehicles. Other manufacturers are opting out of the traditional auto show, so we're going to see less and less of those. But that Consumer Electronics Show, because of that focus on technology and automotive and mobility, that's really becoming sort of the pinnacle of automotive shows, while every other automotive show is sort of dwindling when it comes to at least the media attendance. I think consumers still like the automotive shows just to kick the tires and see the new products. But from the standpoint of having media come out, really, CES is the show now, I think, moving forward, especially for automakers. So next year, I think, once GM, Ford, and Stellantis, get things back in order, I think we'll see definitely a lot more of that coverage at CES as well.
Very interesting, as always. I wish you the best for 2024. A lot of trips, a lot of new cars, a lot of fun. All the best, Petrina.
All the best to you, too. Thanks, Elias.
Thank you. Well, I'm David, but it's okay.
Oh, sorry, David.
Don't worry about it. I'm filling in. Elias had his kid yesterday. That's why.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, wish him congratulations.
Yes, of course. No problem. Thank you so much, Petrina. Petrina Gentile, automotive journalist.